Good morning and welcome back to Sun Up on 7. I swear this set is just a hilarious thing. Not a laugh back to Ellis. But in any case, in case you missed it just now, we were joined by representatives from Optimist 501 Belize talking about Optimism Day coming up this Thursday. And what a better way to bring cheer and optimism into your life than to look out for their Facebook page, as well as seeing the developments happening to the Wesley Upper Roof Repair Fundraiser. But now we're switching conversations a bit and we're going to be talking videography. And who better than with the person who sends us some beautiful sunrises in the morning via his drone? It's Sherone Hope. How are you this morning?
Hey, man.
You all right? Welcome to the couch.
Thank you for having me here. First off, I want to say I'm watching morning and night.
Ooh.
She's so hard. I think that's when I get busy during the morning and I always catch up at night. So.
All right. Well, big up to you.
I know. What's your mom's name when you for big shit?
Peggy Lee Bush.
Oh, she got fancy.
Peggy Lee Bush.
I know, right?
Miss Peggy Lee Bush. Big up to yourself.
She could sew up your stuff there too, man.
Oh, watch out. I love our son will
Big
broadcast it and be like, my mom got you. I know you
big
like,
plug. Big advertisement plug. Great.
Style and everything, pants like that.
All
See, you forgot your blazer. Watch out.
Miss Peggy Lee, we are get your contact.
We are getting links up and I can't need a couple of things sold for you right now. But thank you so much for, first of all, thank you for Miss Peggy Lee for always watching the show, but for you for sending in so much sunrises. Like, I not lie. You're one beat Brandon, one in a day, right?
I will admit that. I will admit that. It's not level playing ground, but I'll admit that.
But can you tell me, I mean, there's raw talent you can clearly see. Because, yes, anybody can pick up a phone or pick up a drone and try do all these son. That's very simple and easy, but there's an art. I had to take a class at Galen for videography, right? And realizing they have so much rules that you have to understand about this. Could you tell me for you, when was that moment that you realized, I want to do videography? I love videos, and this is something I can see myself making a career out of.
Well, basically I'm involved in music now, being an artist and so forth first. And at 17, when a videographer tells you that it's $150 for a video, like, you know, at the times that like $100 was
that's a lot.
Right? So when you're thinking $150 and so forth, you kind of discourage you, but it's about creating solutions, right, and not necessarily giving up. And so you'll find a way. So I was lucky enough to be involved in Youth Voices and a youth advocacy program that was sponsored by the American Embassy, and then headed by people like Naya Shaleng and Naya Bingi and so forth. So they used to always like do like spoken word stuff, poetry and so forth, and then do training. Right. So there was a summer when they had set up a workshop, a videography workshop with the Fantasy Brothers. There were two Puerto Rican filmmakers that did like hip hop in different countries. So it had hip hop in Ghana, hip hop in Colombia. They did one in Puerto Rico, and I think lately they've done an Afro-Carib type music in Cuba. Right. So we spent probably about a month in the workshop, and then from there, we took it more serious because I saw the importance of marketing and video and so forth. So from then
you launched off from there. I mean, that is an amazing journey and experience to have in that regard, because you're dealing with all these professionals and all of that as well. So in terms of your equipment here, I mean, I see a lot of gadgets here. And you just said 150 at that time was a lot, but I know the Canons, the DSLR cameras are nothing nice when it comes to prices. Could you tell us your journey in acquiring these items?
You can't do it by yourself. it's really the people that have around you and the networks, right? And it's just like, you know, when you start off, you think it's not possible, but then when you put yourself in the right situations, when you put yourself in the right situations, then you learn stuff, and then you see whereby it comes into a reality, right? So it's, you know, all about who you network with and so forth. Right?
Okay, nice, nice. So your experience with these, I mean, how long have you launched, you said? From what year? And actually getting fully involved
For
in
the,
it?
for myself, my company Visuals by Sherone Hope, it's been about 2 years, like just before COVID.
Wow.
Just before COVID, and then overall working for other companies, it was probably like 7 years with other companies, and then getting into my own. Right?
I like that you worked as well and acquired that experience of being, you know, working for others and seeing that, you know what, I could do this for myself too. I think that's super important. And what I like about your journey is, and this is what stuck out to me, you tried to acquire to make them do something for you and realize, yo, this pricey.
Yeah.
Can I do this for myself?
Yeah.
And that, I mean, people, there's an argument to try to take out money out of somebody else's pocket, but when you think about how innovative you can be, you know, on your own, the money you can save, the crafts that you can be able to just hone in on for yourself, and then now seeing that you've made, that the group that you've been in were supported you, you know, Youth Voices were supporting with the understanding of the workshop and everything, and then connections later on to build, so you can clearly see this, and now you wake up one day and, yo, I got videography done, I got this, oh, you know? It's a journey, a process, because you're talking about 7 years working there. The workshop, I know that I'm a time to make you figure out things too as well after that. Then also 2 years owning your business. We look at least 10 years, coming up.
Yeah. Right.
And it goes to show that greatness not built overnight, it takes time. And so I'm saying all of that to go into, for young people, you know, we have a phone, we like to TikTok, we like to all these different things. And there's serious talent there. I will not knock that at all. How do you think, or what do you think is the best way or the message that you'd want to tell them when it comes to their journey on whatever craft would be? We're not even talking about videography, just solely like when you're trying to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, I think remaining humble, you know, is one of the most important things, right? And then taking it serious.
Yeah.
Like I think the main issue what I would have and the people I work with would have with a lot of young people is the instant gratification stuff. It doesn't work like that. Like me, I want to be taken as a serious businessman. This thing here whereby the trial eating is insulting. Right, it's insulting, and so even for me, though, I want to branch into different businesses, and then my understanding with other businesses is that you can't just watch one things as a quick hustle.
Yeah.
To try to come up, you have to spend the time and the dedication.
Right.
To get into it now, and you know that my thing with just my main thing with young people, just take it seriously because it won't happen. Immediately. Well, a lot of times we have a saying, we say, you either have to put in money or time. If you don't have money, you have to put in more time. Right? If you don't have time, you have to put in more money. Right? So you either invest money into it or invest
the time.
The time, right? So that's the main thing with young people, and then take advantage of the resources we have, because 10 years ago, I never know about 4G. I never even think when I started out 4G may even exist, or that it was a luxury item. I think at that time, probably what 250 megabyte internet was maybe like $125 a month.
Yeah.
At that time, like you couldn't watch YouTube without it buffering and
That's
all
true.
That's so true.
Oh
stuff.
man, that bring back memories now.
I'm feeling old here.
Yeah, horrible. Yeah, I remember my experience once when we may download one new recording software, and we had to download like tutorials and so, and I had to go to Cayo and spend the overnight at a resort because at the time they had the fastest internet
Wow.
I've ever been across. I had to go there overnight and just spend the whole night downloading and stuff. I
wow.
probably reached like 7 o'clock and wasn't done until like 3 o'clock the next day. Right, and this was probably just 3 years ago, not a long time ago. Then obviously we had the big boost with the BTL and Smart really, pumping up the internet speeds and decreasing the price, and that helps. So I say all that because young people have it at their disposals, right? Not just go on the internet and think on Facebook and waste time, like, have your fun, enjoy yourself, but, manage your time and set aside time for investing in yourself, basically.
It basically, for me, it speaks out you must have that patience and not, like you said, not the instant gratification. And I go back to what Renata said at the beginning of this conversation, is that there's a lot of rules when it comes to photography and videography. Could you tell us what is one of the most important things besides lighting? Because I know lighting is very, very important.
You can't say angles, because we want something we don't know. Angles and lighting we know, but what else is really important?
There is a lot, I think, not compromising.
Not compromising.
Yeah, not compromising and so forth. If you because there's a lot now. It's like if you have a certain background and you guys would notice colors. Different color blends and so forth. Right? For me, especially with the drone, and I'll let out my secret, pan sun up. Try as much as possible not to shoot it in the middle of the day. Get up early in the morning, do the sunrise, or do it late in the evening, like an hour before sunset.
Golden hour.
The golden hour, right? Try as much as possible not to do it when the sun is bright. So, I'm not a morning person either. I know guys talk me up.
We appreciate it though.
Right? But that dedication, just not compromising yourself. Get up early. If you don't have the money right now to buy a certain outfit or pop, just save. Take a bit more time and save and so forth.
All right.
If you have certain equipment we have, and somebody else have it, humble yourself and ask for rent it or so forth. Or if you don't have the money, give back. Find back something, forgive, but just not compromise and so just figure out a way how to do it. Right?
And so, to the young videographer out there that's watching, and this is, your craft, your niche, how do you want to tell them to start it off with? Or what is something key that maybe no one told you when you were starting off that you've learned throughout these years?
Internet, it's at your disposal. We're in the age of information, right? Use it to your advantage. Find from my background, I know a lot of people want to have access to internet and so forth. Find it, figure out a way how to get access to it, even if that go to a cafe and then buy something and then get the Wi-Fi and so on. Then
do a thing like that.
Just find ways and stop with the excuses.
I like it. I love it.
The excuse thing. The excuse thing, just
kick it out the door. Go for it. I like that. Sherone, so you have your own business. How could people contact you in case they want to hire you for your videography services?
I'm on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and so forth. Sherone Hope, Sherone Hope. I'm on WhatsApp or my phone at 6621855, and then Goes right there.
All
He's
right.
like, I'm gonna give the next one up. Right? This is what I wanted to get. But I really want to say thank you so much. When talking to people like you, I feel like there's so much knowledge that you come with.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that there's so much you have to offer. I know some viewers are saying this is such a humble young person. Like, keep up the great work, keep pushing. Like, viewers are loving it, the fact that, you know, talking about the patience, the humility that you need to have with your craft. Because just because you're good don't mean anything. Act like you that God's gift to mankind.
Humility.
Speaking about that, I think one more important point, when it comes to humble, it's the main thing is because you have to work with other people. That's the issue. It's a sad issue, but it seems that to me, and this is my perspective for right now, my lived experience presently, right, it might change next week or so forth, but currently, the videography and the filmmaking industry in Belize won't develop until foreigners take it over, precisely because Belizeans do not like working with each other. It seems like that's a weak point, right? To be able to work with each other, even if you're not like that person, and so if that person can get the job done, you know, work with them still now. And I think that's a part for being humble in order for work with other people and have the patience for work with other people, because if you don't, like, you know, it don't work out.
That's true.
It don't work out.
It's really important, and I want to end the show off on that note too, because, you know, we've run out of time. We're at the end of the clock, and we'd love to end off the show with you if you would have us, because you've given so much nuggets of wisdom here and there, you know, and something very interesting to think about too, because you've been in this industry, the videographic industry, for so long. So what you're saying, I won't just be like, what? I'm going to think about it. I'm hoping a lot of people think about it and understand where you're coming from it, not nash and be like, what you got set up for?
Yeah.
Because there's some level of understanding that we need to have when people say these type of things. And so, again, look within and see, you as a videographer, what are you doing wrong? How are you looking at people? Are you easy to work with? And in general, just people, are you easy to work with? This is something to take control of and say, when I am going out in this world, do people want to work with me?
Right.
Am I making myself marketable? Or people just come because they know I good, but like, do they really think about me in a room, you know?
I go back to something that I've been told as well. Whenever I ask people for recommendations as to certain services or whatever, I always ask them as well, yes, besides, do they do a good job? Second thing I ask them, are they easy to work with? Because there's some people out there, and I find it a lot of, most of the times. So people don't like when you tell them what for do, or how you want this, or how you can't tell that person about themselves, because explodes, it goes haywire, everything like that. You have some people who could take the constructive criticism, but there's some people who just and then from there, everything goes haywire. So I really do appreciate that one. And like you said, there's some people who, if that doesn't happen, they will never budge, they will never move. I think people need to start being more open,
understanding,
right?
open.
So
There's
constructive criticism.
Yeah.
You're helping them to grow, but some people don't see it that way.
Yeah, definitely. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for always sending those sunrises. You get out of your bed early. I got a drone, the dust off away and everything.
Just only hint you to beat Mr. Welch.
You beat Mr. Welch and Brandon and Jules and everybody else and Angel and everybody where they tried to do this whole.
You never sent in one the other day where,
I sent in one time because I feel nice and there's no competition. And so I do not have that. You see, they're hard to work with, you know. You see? But I just really appreciate this conversation. I'm hoping that people, throughout all our conversations today, that they took something from it and they can be able to apply it in their life. That's really the point of doing the show, really. We want to be able to inform you, but also to inspire you, bring you with some hope and faith to change behavior, to change the narrative, to change the conversations. And so with that, we end off our show. Guys, you know how I always say, please drink your water and mind your own business, whatever out there.
By the way, I mean, Patrice's song has gone global because there's a video of Jada Pinkett Smith that came out with the song playing in the background. She walks up to the camera, takes her sip, does a little thing like that, and she just walks off. And I'm just there like, whoa. So it's gone viral.
It gone viral.
You're good enough, Renata.
I'm going to try. I think that I know my theme song. I'm glad that they put it out there. And so I do also want to add the quick thing too as well about, remember, like you said, I haven't said it in a while, just the idea of, remember, you're not having a bad day, you're having bad moments in the day. So let's remember to be positive when we're going out into today.
And also, people, again, remember your assignment for today. Please check up on your strong friends.
Teacher,
please.
Brandon says so.
And even teacher, it's from a Belizean to a Belizean, from a Belizean to our viewers out there internationally and locally. Please check up on your strong friends. You may never know what they're going through because they won't talk about it because they're so busy being strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, go be great, Belize. As I always say.
Everyone.
All right, bye.
Thanks.
All right. Drink water.
I don't watch people, man. I'm looking for house and land. Who, me? I don't watch people things. I's a queen. I have my own king. Of some of them